Welcome to Galena Park Boxing Academy. This ring behind me here is it's built in 1939. There's been 19 world title fights fought in this ring. And you know, boxing has changed a lot since 1939. But there's one thing that will never change in boxing, and that's fundamentals and fundamentalism. If you are unable to do the fundamental things in boxing correctly, you will be unable to progress and to be as good as you can be. What I'm going to do here today in these 3 videos is to give you an idea of what fundamental correctness is, and if you have a desire to box, you will be able to make up your mind whether or not you want to go through this process. But this is a process that's been around since boxing has begun. It's a process of fundamentals that not many people teach today for some reason in this country. As you know, our U.S. boxing team throughout the United States has not been as successful as it has been in the past up until about 1988. Well, a whole lot of that has got to do with fundamentalism. We have gotten away from it. And another thing, too, that's happened is these coaches keep continuing to try to put their spin on boxing. Boxing is a very fundamental sport. As Benny Leonard says, it's fundamentally complex, and it really is. But if you have no access to fundamentals and you have no ability to teach fundamentals, or you have no ability to learn fundamentals, then you're not going to be much of a boxer. And what we hope to do through these 3 videos is to give you an idea and a foundation for the future if you go forward into the boxing, I won't call it profession, but call it into the boxing world, because these are things that you must know. Okay, here we are on what we call the evaluation line. The evaluation line is something that we've sort of brought into the picture many years ago in boxing gyms around the country to teach fundamentalism, especially to teach stuff from the ground up. That's what fundamentals are. It's from the ground up. You don't build a building from the top down, you build it from the ground up. And in order to do that, a coach must have a visual of what the boxer can do and what the boxer cannot do. And what the boxer can do is learn to do these exercises each day, because they will enhance his balance in every aspect of the sport. So what we're going to do is take a young boxer and bring him over and let him do a little series here of different aspects of the line and give you an idea of what we're talking about. But every boxing gym in the United States or around the world needs an evaluation line, because it's a great thing for the coach. So I'm going to bring over, I guess, Mercy Manriquez right now. Mercy is a young boxer that boxes for me, and I think he's 15 years old. I'll let him start out by doing the evaluation line. Okay, Mercy. Here we are on the evaluation line here, and this is about 4 inches wide and about 15, 20 yards long. And what we're going to do here is find out which side he's strong on, which side he's weak on. But once he learns to do the evaluation line, it enhances the muscles that you use for boxing. It enhances the muscles that allows you to do turns and pivots and to get your hands and your feet coordinated together eventually. But it starts very simply. It starts by putting your hands on your hips, your chin down, and remember this: There's nothing you do in boxing with your chin up. When you walk in the gym door, you should always have your chin down, and when you leave, you can lift it back up. But basically what you want to do here is get in a position so that you got the weight on the ball of your foot, in this case the right foot, and your leg slightly bent. Both, your right leg slightly bent, your left foot behind your right foot. And what you're going to do is you're going to go back and forth across this line down to the end and back. Let's see you do it. Right leg. There you go. Now come on back when you get there. There you go. Now that right there looks to you to be very simple. That is not simple. That takes different muscles in your legs to do that. So let's get the left leg down there and back. And those muscles that he's using there are the muscles you box with. We're not trying to teach sprinters, distance runners, anything else. This is about boxing. Okay? Now, what he's done there is he's worked the muscles in his legs that he actually uses to box with. He stays on the ball of his right foot and his left foot. He goes down there, he goes back. Like I say, that's 15 to 20 yards down there, I guess. And what that does, that enhances the muscles you box with. All right, that is not working the big muscles in your legs and all that. That is working the muscles you box with. All right. The next thing he's going to do is he will turn. If you can look at my feet here, you'll see that my toes are together and my heels are turned out a little bit. My hands are on my hips and my chin's down. So what he's going to do now is get in this position and go down the line and back. And what that's going to do, and that's going to work these muscles through here, and it's also going to get that young kid the ability to keep his toes together and work the muscles that he needs to work. Keep your toes together, put your hands on your hips and go. All right, all right, all right. That's good, that's good, that's good. Get on across. Okay, that's pretty good, that's pretty good. Not bad for a sissy. Yeah, that's good. All right. So that's another exercise, and what he's doing here, like I say, is he's keeping his toes turned in. It's working these inner muscles here, and he's getting control of his feet. That's very, very important. And if you'll notice, his legs stayed bent the whole time. They were not straight. Kept his chin down, kept his back arched a little bit. That's very important in all of these exercises, to keep your legs bent and keep your back arched. Okay, so now you're going to do the crossovers. You know how to do the crossovers? These right here, these right here. Okay, get your knees up and go down there and back. Now what he's doing now, and keep your chin down, legs slightly bent. There you go. There you go. Come on down. Come on back. Come on back. There you go. Get across. There you go. Again, that looks real easy. Well, it is fairly easy going forward. Wait till you try it going backwards. And that's the same thing as a boxer going forward, throwing punches and having to reverse and go back the other way. It's very important that they do these exercises. They are very specific to the evaluation line. It gives me, as a coach, a better idea of what they need to work on too, because they may have a little slow rhythm on their left side and a faster rhythm on their right side because it's stronger. But you've got to balance that out. Okay? So let's put your hands on your hips. Keep his weight to his back foot. Keep his head right over his right knee. Turn his left shoulder his chin toward his left shoulder right here. And what he's going to do is he's going to turn his right heel out and turn his left heel out. Turn his right heel out. Turn his left heel out as he goes down the line. Okay? You want to go down there and back. And remember, when you start back, this is important. Remember, when you start back, that you take your head and your right foot with you. Do not take your right foot back and leave your head here. You want to take your head with your right foot right here. That gives you the momentum. Okay, go ahead. Go. That's good. Get that head across that line as you go across. There you go. There you go. Now come on back. There you go. Good. Excellent. Excellent. There you go. Not bad. That's pretty good. Got your back a little bit bent, but that was good. But that is an exercise is no different than throwing punches going forward and staying in a flow, and punches going backwards, staying in a flow. And that is a basic rhythm that you must build with a young kid coming up. If you don't build these rhythms, it's another thing about boxing. In the past, they used to teach rhythms. Today, if you don't have rhythm, they throw you out of the gym. They used to teach rhythms, and this evaluation line will do that. Okay? So I tell you what, let's go to your right leg down there and back. Go. All right. Give them a pretty good deal here. Left leg. I mean, come on back on your right leg, and then we'll do the left leg. That's right. Go ahead. All right, that's good. Left leg. Come on back. I know that looks easy, folks, but that is not easy. That's a pretty hard thing to do. Okay, and then do both feet going across. Get back over here. There you go. Get your toes turned in. Okay, go. These guys do these things every day, so it's going to be a lot easier to them than somebody out there trying to do these that haven't done them before. That's very good. Very good. Okay. Then do your crossovers. Lift your knees up. There you go. Keep your legs bent. Keep your chin down. There you go. There you go. That's good. And then what? Okay. Your turns. Go. Go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Very good. Start that head back. There it goes. There it goes. That's good. That's good. That's good. All right. Now let me tell you, we do this series down there and back on each one of these. Like I say, it's almost 20 yards, I guess. Down there and back, he'll do his right leg, then he'll do his left leg, and then he'll do these back and forth across, and then he'll do his bicycle, and then he'll do his crossovers like these. He does those back and forth. He does those for a 3-minute round, and then he'll wait and he'll do another 3-minute round. They do these 2 rounds a day, sometimes 3 rounds a day, because it's very vital to the coach and very vital to them that they feel it, and the coach sees what they're doing and can evaluate and tell what they need to work on. Okay? So this is called the evaluation line. And you need to do 2 to 3 rounds of this each day. Okay, here we are on the what we call the jump boxes, and what we're going to do here is, again, you remember how important it is that the boxer gets control of their feet. This is everything to the fundamental aspects of boxing. Everything starts from the ground up. So by getting beginners to do the evaluation line, and by doing these boxes, the coach can evaluate a lot better. And of course, this is helping the prospective boxer big time. So what this is about, I guess, 12 inches high and about, I guess, probably 18 inches in width. But basically what it is, just about every physical fitness gym in the country has these boxes to use for one thing or the other. In our case, we use them for boxing, and very specific. And in teaching how to do these, you want their hands on their hips and their chin down. Remember, their chin goes down when they come in the gym and stays down until they leave, if possible. Okay, the first thing we're going to do to start this exercise is get our hands on our hips, our chin down, and what we're going to do is lean forward on both feet, and when you start the exercise, you're going to come up with your right foot, and you notice that it's only coming about 3 inches down from the end here. That's where I'm catching myself going up. I want you to watch this right here. I'm going to catch right here. See here? All right. Now it's a little rhythm. I'm going to lean forward, and I'm going to go up and go down. I'm going to go up on my right leg and go down on my right leg. I'm going to go up on my right leg and down on my right leg. That's one series. The next series is going up on my left foot and down with my left foot, up with my left foot, down with my left foot. Now what's happening here is by going up on the ball of my foot and coming down on the ball of my foot and keeping my weight forward, that is out of a boxer's stance. And it again works the muscles in the legs that are used to box with. So here, let's do this again. Right leg up, right leg down, right leg up, right leg down, okay? Then we'll go left leg up, left leg down, left leg up, left leg down. Those two exercises will work both legs. Then you're going to, again, like we did on the evaluation line, you're going to turn your toes inward and bend your legs, and you're going to jump up and down in that position right there. That's the third exercise. So what I like for them to do is I like for them to go up and down on their right leg for one round, up and down on their left leg for one round, and up and down in this position for one round. So it's a 3-round exercise, 3 3-minute rounds. Let me bring in our one girl boxer. Her name is Jiggles Cortez. Come here, Jiggles. Jiggles is about 35 years old. I'm kidding, I'm kidding. How old are you? 13. 13 years old, and she's going to demonstrate some of this, and then I'm going to bring the guys over and let them do a little thing with her on these, okay? So I'll tell you what, how do you get in position first? Get your weight forward, all right? And you're going to go right leg up and right leg down. There you go. Chin down. There you go. Perfect. Perfect. Notice how relaxed her shoulders are. Keep going, Jiggles. Notice how relaxed her shoulders are. Everything's relaxed. She's got control of that right foot. Okay, let's stop. Okay. She's got control. That's the key. Control. These exercises with the evaluation line and the jump boxes, if you do them correctly, gives the boxer control. Okay? Let's go up on your left leg. Don't get too far up. There you go. Same thing. Okay. Okay, let's go with both legs. Okay, there you go. 1, 2, 3. Legs bent. Perfect. 3. Got your chin up a little bit, but that's okay. So you got it right there. You do each of these exercises 1 3-minute round. Our boxers, most of them, I won't say all of them, but most of our boxers do this every day because it enhances the muscles in which you box with, and it gives you total control of your feet and your legs and your hips. That's what this is all about. Gaining control, working the muscles that you need to box with. And you don't have to explain it in detail to a young kid if you're a coach. You don't have to explain it in detail to a young kid but 1 or 2 times, and then they start feeling it. They feel what it's supposed to be like. So it's a good exercise. So thank you, Jiggles. Not bad at all. Okay, here's a look at all 3. Right leg first. Go. All right, stop. Left leg, go. stop, both feet. All right, stop. All right, that's good. That's good. Good job, guys. Anyway, this will give you an idea of what the boxes are all about and how to do them for boxing. What I'm about to show you here is something that's fairly innovative. We've been using it for years, but I don't know. I've been trying to get other people to use it, but if not, I mean, that's up to you coaches. That's up to you people that really want to learn to teach boxing. But having this rack, it's called a rack, in your gym is vital to getting your boxer in position to punch. Our boxers in our country today are boxing, about 99% of them fight off of their front foot. And anybody knows if you have any kind of idea about fundamentals, that's no good. For instance, I can't reach that pitcher from here over my left foot. If I'm boxing over my left foot, I can't reach that pitcher. If I throw a right hand, the right hand is even shorter than the left hand. So therefore, I cannot step. And if I cannot step, I'm in a bad position. Also, too, if the other guy's on his back foot, he can hit me with anything. So therefore, if you're fighting over your front foot and you're throwing your punches off your front foot, you're going to get hit more, you're going to get hit harder, and you're going to hit the other guy a lot less. It does not make sense to carry your weight on your front foot. That is a variation of a lot of other things in boxing, but it is not a fundamental. It is an advanced technique to put your weight over your front foot, bait the guy, make turns and such. No good. The idea of the rack here is to put your weight on your back foot. Where does the motor go on a boat? It goes on the back. It does not go on the front. If it went on the front, the boat would be doing this. So therefore, put your head over your right knee, put your right thumb against your chin, your elbow against your body, your left shoulder toward the target, and then you step and jab. Okay. Now, if you will note, I want to show you this one more time. Fighting from here is this. Fighting from here is this. Okay? So here we go. This is what they do on the rack. They get the weight over their right foot, they get their front foot up front, and they're going, and you'll note that my head is not crossing over that board, and my left hand is going to the target and landing the same time that my foot lands. I'm going to get a boxer over here to demonstrate this. How old are you, 6 years old? Come on over here, Esau. This is Esau. He's an amateur world champion. Can't fight a lick. But we're going to see if he can do the rack. He better be able to do it. Okay, so let me tell you what I want you to do, Esau. I want you to get in your stance, and I want you to go up there and back, throwing your left jab, and make sure that you keep your weight back. Okay? There you go. There you go. Notice that his left foot and his left hand land at the same time. Notice that his head is toward his back foot. It's getting full extension, full range. There you go. Not bad, Esau. Stop. Not bad for a sissy. But this seems so simple. This is not simple. For instance, it's not natural. Thank you, Esau. It's not natural for a right-hander to move to his right. It's natural for a right-hander to move to his left.
In doing this and learning to move to your right and throw your jabs and throw all your punches, which, by the way, you can throw all your punches off this rack. We're just using a jab as a fundamental. But if you don't have a rack in your gym, you know, how are you going to get your boxers back here? You can tell them 3,000 times. What we do is I put them on a rack every day, and what happens is it becomes natural to them to keep their weight on their back foot. Okay? It becomes natural to them that when they're going to throw a right hand, they throw the right hand off of their right foot. If they're going to throw a right uppercut, they throw the right uppercut off their right foot. It's a natural thing once they start doing this and they're taught this in the beginning. If they're taught to fight this way in the beginning, they limit their arsenal of punches about 50%. You can only throw, there's 10 punches in boxing, and you can only throw about 5 of them from here, 5 or 6 of them from here. From here, you can throw all 10 punches. From this position, you can throw all your punches. You can move all 4 directions. What is fundamentalism? Fundamentalism in boxing is the ability to move all 4 directions equally, throw all 10 punches equally, and to make that, and 10 punches is what you have to be able to throw. If you can't throw those 10 punches, then you got a problem. So move left, move right, move forward, move back. Have the ability to throw all 10 punches moving any direction. Therefore, that is fundamental correctness at its best. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to get 3 of them over here maybe. Let's have, come on, Eric, come on over here. Let's go Esau and Mercy, come on. I'm going to take 3 of these guys. How old are you? 14, 13, and 15. Okay? Here's what I want y'all to do. I want you to start right here. I want you right here, Esau. And I want you on the end. And here's what I want y'all to do. I want you to get in your rhythm. Get right over here. Yeah. Get right here, and y'all get your foot down. And when I say go, y'all are going to move, throwing your left jab that way. And when you get down, your little ugly self, when you get down to about right here, you go back the other way and let them go back the other way. Okay? All right, ready? Go. There you go. There you go. All right, go the other way. Excellent, 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 excellent. Heck, stop. That's good. The 3 blind mice. Okay. Thank you, guys. That was great. But anyway, look, it's vital. It is vital that if you got a boxing gym, you need a rack. If you don't have this, then, you know, take the time to build one. You know what this is? That's a 2-foot long 2x4, 2-foot long 2x4, 2-foot long, and 2-foot long. Matter of fact, this one here is even broke off. There's supposed to be one here, but this right here is 10-foot long. You can make it 20-foot long, get you a 20-foot long 2x4, put 2-foot studs on them, put them up against any wall, and then you've got it. You've got a cure for one of the biggest problems in boxing in the United States of America. We're all showboating, it seems, and we're all fighting over our front foot. We are limiting our arsenal to half the punches that we need to be able to throw, and moving in the wrong, you can't move to our right, can't get off the punches we need to get off. We are limiting ourselves, and this is something that will really help that. But you should do this, your boxers should do this at least 3 rounds a day. And I hope this will help. There's ways to jump rope correctly. And then there's ways to jump rope that are incorrect. But when you're starting to jump rope, you need to start a specific way for boxing. And so what we're going to do, as a matter of fact, you could probably start this way for anything, but the way we like to see our boxers start jumping rope is the way we're about to demonstrate right now. And it's very important that they understand and that they start feeling the way that they're doing it so that it's correct. Okay, so I'm gonna bring Esau back over. Esau, come on over here. Let me see. I tell you what I want you to do. Well, let me. I tell you what. Just stand right there first. First thing you want to do is get the boxer, get the jump rope in his hands or her hands, and do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Learn to jump rope with both feet. All right? And once they get so that they can do that through the process of a round, that's 3 minutes, jumping with both feet. Then you go to jumping with your right foot only and learning to do that 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then to your left foot 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we'll try to mix them up. We'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Eventually, you do 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you go 1, 2, 3, and all the way down to 1. But you could start as high as 10, and you can go as low as 1 per foot. So we're going to show you a little bit of that right now. But what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you to jump maybe 5 or 6 times on both feet, 5 or 6 times on your right foot, 5 or 6 times on your left foot. Okay? That's good. There you go. All right, that's good. That's good. Let me see, this is real simple if you do it procedurally. Again, you're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Once you get so that you can do that, and like I say, you can start at 10 and work your way down to 1 or 2 so that you're just jumping with each foot at a time. But you do that so that you get the rhythm, so that you get the motion, so that you get everything, and you get the feel of things and the rhythm of things, and it'll work real quick if you do it procedurally like this. So, you know what? Let's move into the ring now. This ring has had great boxers going back for generations. And like I say, it's built in 1939. And you know what? Nothing's changed in boxing when it comes to fundamentals since those times. Matter of fact, going back to about 1920 with Kid Chocolate and Benny Leonard and those guys, fundamentals do not change in this sport. You've got a 20-foot ring here, 18 foot inside the ropes. If I'm standing in the center of this ring, you can go stand anywhere in this ring you want. You can run over and hide in a corner, and I can take 1.5 steps and you're cornered. Anywhere you go in this ring, I only have to take 1.5 steps and you're cornered. It don't matter how fast you are. If I am fundamentally correct and have the ability to move all 4 directions and throw all 10 punches, then you should not be a threat to me because you're fast. Being faster means nothing. It only means something if you are fundamentally correct and that fast. I'm in the center of the ring. I can take 1.5 steps, and this man here is cornered. If he goes this way, I can hit him. If he goes this way, I can hit him. If he comes to me, I can hit him. If he stays right there and I stay right here, everybody's going to be booing. So if everybody's booing, Who do you think they're booing? Do you think they're booing the guy that's got him in the corner? Or do you think they're booing the guy that's in the corner? They're booing the guy that's in the corner. Okay? Because I'm going to stand right here and make him commit. And I make him commit, I'll beat him. So the things about fundamental correctness are this: being able to get in a stance, being able to get in your rhythm, having the ability to move all 4 directions and throw all 10 punches. If you can do those things, that's going to make you fundamentally sound. Okay, then the next things, of course, is what you add to all of that. Your ability to keep a guy on the ropes, your ability to get out of the ropes, your ability to keep a guy in a corner, your ability to get out of a corner, your ability to get eye level, your ability to do all the many things that you must do to fight. But if you don't have the fundamental, if you're in a square ring, you got 4 corners, you have to be able to move all 4 directions. Anybody would tell you that. That's just common sense. And how do you move anywhere if you got your weight on your left foot? You can't move forward. You can jump, but you're going to take your head forward first. If you got your head forward, when you throw your punches, you throw a left hook, it knocks you backwards. You throw a right hand, you fall off balance. You decide to go backwards, you go backwards, leaving your head in the front, you become a punching bag. It is vital that you understand that you get your body weight on your back leg to compete, to throw your punches, to start combinations, to finish combinations. An old saying in boxing that, maybe I didn't pay as much attention to way back when I was boxing, but, you start everything with a left, you end it with a left. Well, there's a specific reason for that, because it puts you back to position to compete. So any coach, and I'll say this to you or any coach out there, if you're going to coach your boxer to fight off of his front foot, then you don't know what you're doing. And so we need, in this country, to get back to the basic fundamentals of boxing. Our amateurs and our pros will win more. They will be better competitors. They'll be better overall. And we'll get back to the United States of America being number 1 in the world in boxing. Right now, we're drifting way back. And you guys that are coaching boxers and bringing them up to a level that trying to make the Olympic team and everything, this is how you make the Olympic team right now. Have great fundamentals and have the ability to move all 4 directions, throw all 10 punches, and, do what you need to do to win. And you can't do it without fundamentals. So that's what we're going to do here over these next 20 minutes or so, is teach you how to get in your stance, how do you get in your rhythm, how do you move all 4 directions and throw all 10, well, I don't think we'll do all 10 punches. I think we'll do that on a later video. But right now, we're going to teach you how to get in your stance, how to get in your rhythm, how to move all 4 directions and cut this ring off and be able to position yourself the way you need to in order to win. Let's start with stance. Let's start with getting my feet about 2 inches outside of each shoulder. And I know you're going to say, well, wait a minute, you're supposed to have your feet even with your shoulders. Absolutely not. And the reason you don't have your feet the same, have my feet lined up under my shoulders is because when I got my feet just outside my shoulders, it gives me the width of my shoulders and another 6 inches to 8 inches on each side, eluding punches or doing motions or anything else. It keeps you fluid. It keeps you fluid. And that's what you want to be. You're on the balls of your feet. You want to be fluid. So you get your feet about 2 inches outside of each shoulder. Then you want to get your right thumb and put it on your chin and put your right elbow against your body, like such. And then sort of bend into it. Sort of bend your head just over your right knee. Turn your head back to the left and raise your left hand up. This is your stance. This is the correct stance. That means that my left hand is just above my eye, my left elbow just over my left knee. Most of my weight is situated on my back leg. Both legs are bent. And in this position, on the balls of my feet, I can start my rhythm. And this would be my rhythm. That would be taking my left foot forward and keeping my weight on my back foot. That way I can go in any direction I want to go. But you got your body weight back, and now you're in your rhythm. Now you ought to be able to get in your rhythm like such and move all four directions. You should be able to move forward, to the right. You should be able to move to your left out of that rhythm. You ought to be able to move forward out of that rhythm, and you ought to be able to move back out of that rhythm. You should be able to move all four directions out of that stance and out of that rhythm. And you should do it comfortably. I am totally relaxed. I could do this all day long because I've been doing it all my life just about, so it comes easy to me. And it'll come easy to you once you do it correctly. What you do when you get here and try to do that kind of stuff, you limit your arsenal, you take away your motion, you block yourself off over and over again. So, it don't even make sense to be fighting there. So therefore, the fundamentally correct way to get in your stance is put your feet two inches outside of each shoulder, put your right thumb on your chin, turn your chin to your left shoulder, bend to your right, put your head just over your right knee, left hand up above your eye right here, and get in your rhythm. And you ought to be able to do anything, move any direction, throw any punch you want to throw from this direction, from this stance. And if you can't, then there's something fundamentally wrong. So, let me bring a little ugly kid in here real quick. Come on here. Let's go. Yeah, Eric. This is Eric Manriquez again. Little ugly. How many fights you had?
24.
24? 24 fights. Okay. Let me get out of the way a little bit here. Let's see you get in your stance. Let's see you relax your hands now. Always leave your hands relaxed. That's another thing. That may be something I forgot. I can forget, Don't close your hands and grip them. All you're doing is wearing your arms out. If I threw a baseball at his face, he wouldn't do this to block it. The idea is to open your hands here and parry the punches, okay? So, get in your stance, get in your rhythm, move left, move right, move forward, move back. All right, now then let's see you get in your stance, get in your rhythm, move left, throwing a left jab. Notice that his left foot hits the floor the same time his left hand. Come on to the right. Notice his left foot hits the floor the same time his right lands. His left foot lands, I'm sorry. Go forward, same thing. He's got his head over his back foot. Come backwards, same thing. He's got his head over his back foot. His left hand and his left foot touch the floor. His foot touches the floor. He's sort of built funny. But really, that's how you do it. He can move all four directions without any effort. Was that hard? So, Eric, I'm going to show him how to throw a right hand. All right. Just stand right there. Oh, boy, that's good. Okay, now, what I'm going to do, this is from the angle in which you, the coach, or you, the boxer, needs to pay close attention to. My head is over my right knee. My hand is eye level, okay? And I want to be able to touch him right here without stepping, right? At this time. But when I throw this punch, I want to step. For instance, from him jabbing right there and not stepping, don't step. Just step. Okay, right here. I want to show you how much difference there is when I can step and he can't. Okay, I'm going to take a step back. Get my weight on my right knee. And not only can I hit him from here, I can go clean through him from here. I can hit him with an uppercut with either hand from here. But if I move up here, I can't reach him from here. I can't reach him from here. I mean, what does that tell you? That tells you that you want to be back here so that you can step. So I want to step, okay? So when I get ready to throw my right hand, all I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my right heel out, which turns my right knee in, which turns my right hip forward, which turns my right shoulder forward, which turns my elbow forward, which turns my hand forward. It's like a chain reaction. So I'm going to turn my right heel out and step. Hold your hand right there. I'm going to turn my right heel out and step at the same time, and I'm going to land this right hand just as that heel locks. Just as that heel locks. Watch. See that? Now my head goes to my left knee. I'm turning my right heel out, throwing it from right here. Watch my shoulders turn. Right here. Right here. That's how you throw the right hand. You actually throw the right hand, Eric, with your right foot. Look here. Look at the camera here. Okay. Now, right there, throw your right hand. Step with it. There you go. Oh, do it open-handed. Do it open-handed. There you go. Keep that elbow down. See his shoulders turn? See that? See that? That's maximum power. How much you weigh? 100 pounds? He can put 100 pounds on the end of that punch because he's done it, executed it correctly. And how did he do it? He got in his stance, he got in his rhythm, turned his right heel out, turned his knee in, his hip forward, his elbow forward, his shoulder forward, and this shoulder back, right here, and step. That's how you throw the right hand. Would you say that's good? That's pretty good. Okay, so let's see you get in your stance. Let's see you get in your rhythm. Move left and throw 4 jabs and then a right hand. I don't mean 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean 1, 2. Just keep moving left. 1, 2, 3, 4. You gonna throw that right hand anytime soon? All right, do it again. Come here. Throw it on the last one. Throw the right hand behind the jab. On the 4th one, okay? Go 1, 2, 3, 4. No, you didn't throw your 4th jab, see? So what you want to do is you want to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom. Let's talk about moving to the right. Okay? We've got our weight on our back foot, got in our regular stance, got in our rhythm, and now we're going to move to the right. So how do you initiate moving to the right? How you initiate moving to the right is taking your head with your right foot when you get ready to go. You don't take your head and then your feet. You take your head and your right foot when you get ready to go. So what I'm going to do is get in my stance, and when I get ready to move right, I'm going to step off and take my head to my right foot, and I'm going to go. Just like this. Now, if I want to throw 4 jabs, I would do them this way. Boom, 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 boom. Or 10 jabs. Boom, 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 boom. If I want to throw a right hand, just turn my right heel out, and there it is. Let's see you move to your left and your right. Let's move to your right first because I want them to see that you can take your head and your right foot first. Yeah, look, watch this. How do you go back? Yeah, just do the same thing going this way. Take your head and your right foot. There you go. There you go. You're lining up wrong. You need to line up at them. You're going straight across the ring. Let's line you up like this right here so they can see you. There you go. Let's see it. 1, 2, to your right. Yeah, yeah. Can you throw your right hand? Lift that elbow up. But come on back this way. That's good. That's good. 1, 2, yep, good. All right. See, you just don't have the patience to leave your head on your right knee until you throw that right hand. What you're wanting to do is you're wanting to jab, take your head forward, and then throw it. In order for you to get power, it goes after your heel turns out. Okay? All right. So you got left, moving right, throwing left jab, right cross. Moving forward, throwing left jab and right cross. And by the way, the right cross don't mean that you're carrying your weight over across this way. What that means is if this guy's hand is up and I throw a right cross, I want to throw this right hand across his left hand. So I want to wait until he gets over my right foot. Move this way a little bit. Right there. Now he's over my right foot. Now I'll step and hit him with the right hand. That right hand lands. Let me see if line you up with the camera this way. That right hand lands right off of my right foot. The follow-through carries me here so I can throw the left hook. So basically, what you got here is don't be throwing a right cross thinking you got to throw it over here. You throw the right cross to here, and the follow-through is here. That makes a lot of difference. I see a lot of guys getting in here and throwing throwing the right hand this way. Or they're trying to hit a guy's head while it's over here with the right hand. They ought to be hitting him with a left hook or a left uppercut or a jab. They need to hit the guy with the right hand when he's here over the right foot for maximum leverage and maximum distance and to mess up his ugly face. Okay, so what you got here is you've got 2 of the fundamental punches that you must learn to throw, and you've got the movement in all 4 directions, and you've got your rhythm, and you've got your stance. Now going backwards or coming forwards, that would be get in your stance, get in your rhythm, move left, move right, move forward, move back. Okay, move left, throwing a jab, move right, throwing a jab. Okay, throw 1, 2. Okay, moving to your left. Throw 1, 2, moving to your left. Move 1, 2, moving to your right. Try to see if you can maybe take 3 steps this way before you let that go. Okay, go. Throw it 1, 2, good. Okay, all right. So he's still learning fundamentals as well. It takes a long time, but I'm going to tell you, that's pretty good. Okay, so we got 2 punches here. So that's standard. That is standard in this stage of boxing. Here's what you've gained today. You have gained today when you walked in the door. You got evaluated by your coach on the evaluation line by seeing which side is the strong side, which side is the weak side, which side is a quick rhythm side, which is a long rhythm side, which guy has patience and control of his feet and which guy don't. So that coach is watching you to see if you're getting mad trying to go up and down that line. He can tell your temperament a lot by watching you do the evaluation line, and how when the coach instructs you whether or not you've got the kind of attitude he's looking for that you want to learn. Okay, so you've been in the gym one day, you come in, you do the evaluation line, then you go over and you do the boxes, which is again very technical to do them correctly. Doing them correctly is the key to all of this. So if you're doing your boxes correctly, then you move over to the rack, which every gym in America ought to have a rack. That's the best thing in the world, to keep your weight to your back foot and to get your stance, your rhythm, and your timing going back and forth to the right and to the left. Is that right? Okay. Then the next thing you've done is you learned how to jump rope through a system of doing 4s and 5s, and then 3s, 2s, and 1s, all the way down to, to 1, I guess. And now you've come in here, and now you understand that this boxing ring is 18 foot inside the ropes, 20 foot outside the ropes. You understand now, or you should, that you can stand in the center of this ring and take a step and a half and cut off the fastest road runner that's ever lived, okay? And you should also know that if you're going to be a boxer, you have to be able to move all 4 directions in a ring with 4 corners. It's hard to imagine that you can't move but one direction or 2 directions. These are things you should have learned today. These are things that you should have learned on this video. And if you haven't, you need to back it up, go back to the front, and start over again so that you understand the purpose in every aspect of this, because eventually you will totally understand everything we've taught here today. You'll understand every bit of it, and then eventually it'll work for you. If you can understand it, eventually you'll start feeling it and you'll know that it's right. So you've done a good job moving to the left, to the right, forward and back. You've done a good job throwing your jab all 4 directions. Your right hand throwing your right hand behind the jab is lacking because you're wanting to take your head forward before you turn your right heel out. That's basically the reason you're doing that. So you know what to work on now, right? I guess if there's anything else I should cover here before I leave, I guess it would be the fact that just because something was taught to somebody back in 1920, 1925, 1939 as this ring, hey, if it's fundamentally correct, it's correct. You can't be progressive with fundamental correctness. Now, you can take and progress off of fundamental correctness, but you must acquire this fundamental correctness in order to be as good as you can be.